Hello there, brave explorers and wonderful parents. Welcome to our Storybook Explainer. Today, we're going on an incredible journey right into the middle of one of the wildest places ever, the human mind during a giant, challenging test. Let's dive right in and see exactly how one young hero conquers her fears and discovers a hidden superpower.
Okay, let's talk about this for a second. Have you ever had that scary sinking feeling? You know the one. Maybe you're out on the playground trying to tie your shoes, and all your friends have already zoomed off to the swings. Or you're sitting at the dinner table, and suddenly everyone else's plate is completely empty while you're still chewing your broccoli. It kind of feels like the whole entire world is rushing ahead, and you're just being completely left behind. It's a tricky, lonely feeling, isn't it? Well, today, we're going to learn exactly what to do when that feeling tries to catch you.
All right, moving into part one of our adventure. Let's meet our brave hero for today. Her name is Maya. Now, Maya's incredibly smart, she's very prepared, and right now, she's sitting quietly in the third row of her classroom. Looming right in front of her is a massive challenge, the AP History exam. It's a huge test filled with tricky questions, distant dates, and giant historical puzzles. She's got her pencils neatly sharpened, her brain is completely ready, but soon, something highly unexpected begins to happen in that quiet classroom. Tick, tock, tick, tock. Just 15 minutes into this great exam adventure, the very first person stands up, walks all the way to the front, and turns in their test. Bam! They're completely done. 10 minutes later, right at the 25-minute mark, 4 more people pack up their bags and leave. By 30 minutes, Maya slowly looks around, and the room is noticeably emptier. As the clock ticks loudly, Maya can literally see all those finished tests stacking higher and higher on the teacher's desk. And here's the truly dramatic part. Out of 40 huge, difficult questions on the entire test, Maya is only on question 18. Yep, she's less than halfway done. Everyone else seems to be absolutely flying to the finish line, and Maya, by any regular measurement, feels totally, completely behind. That's exactly when a sneaky, creeping villain quietly enters the room. Maya feels something shift right in the middle of her chest. It's a small but very distinct anxiety. It whispers softly in her ear, telling her she's too slow and that she's doing it all wrong. But listen close, because here's the secret about this creeping villain. This tricky feeling of panic has absolutely nothing to do with the actual history questions on the paper in front of her. It is entirely created just by watching everyone else.
Which brings us to the next part of our story, Maya's brave choice. Because wait, Maya isn't defeated. Right at the very climax of her doubt, when that anxiety is trying with all its might to completely take over, Maya suddenly realizes she has a secret choice. It's a choice that most people never even notice they have. This is the exact moment where our hero has to decide how she's going to fight that creeping villain of panic.
Maya is facing two very different paths. On the left, she could choose the path of false safety. She could speed up, scribble her answers down as fast as she possibly can, just to match the super fast pace of the room. It feels safer because, well, she wouldn't be the last one, but it means she'd be rushing. Now on the right is the much braver path, to stay completely inside her own process. It feels a little lonely watching others leave for sure, but it's the only path where she can truly do her absolute best work. So, which would you choose?
Well, Maya makes the brave choice. She activates her magical shield of focus. Question 18 is a super tricky document-based question. First, she calmly and carefully reads all 3 historical sources. Then, while that creeping villain is telling her to hurry up, she boldly takes a full 60 seconds just to outline her answer. She breathes, she plans, she does not rush. She writes her wonderful argument exactly at the speed her brain needs to do its best work.
Let's see how this pays off. Finally, Maya puts her pencil down. The great exam adventure is officially over. She walks to the front of the room, holds her head high, and places her paper gently on the teacher's desk. And guess what? She looks around and sees 6 other people still sitting at their desks, writing away. She wasn't actually alone after all. But the real magic happens 3 weeks later when the test scores are finally revealed.
Oh, the triumph! Maya carefully opens her envelope and sees the highest score she has gotten all year long. And you know that tricky question 18, the one she took the extra time to carefully outline? It was her absolute masterpiece, the most completely and beautifully answered question on her entire test. And what about all those kids who dashed out of the room so early? Well, they scored a huge mix of things. Some did okay, and some didn't do well at all.
And that brings us to the final part of our adventure.
Running your own race. So, what did we learn from Maya today? We learned a deeply important moral lesson. Finishing first might look super impressive on the playground or in a bustling classroom, but it definitely does not mean you're doing the best work. When you're busy building something beautiful or learning something really hard, the clock doesn't matter nearly as much as the care you put into it.
So, the crucial point is this: when someone else finishes early, it's only evidence of their speed. It's just information about how fast their hand moves or how quickly they wanted to go outside. It is not a scary monster meant to frighten you. It tells you exactly nothing useful about how smart you are or the quality of your own wonderful preparation.
And this brilliantly illustrates our main lesson, perfectly captured in this powerful quote. Other people's pace is data about them, not information about you. I want all of you explorers out there to memorize this sentence. Make it your very own magical shield. The next time you feel that creeping villain of anxiety because someone is running faster, eating faster, or finishing a test faster than you, hold up your shield and remember, they are running their race and you are beautifully running yours.
As we close our Storybook Explainer today, I want to leave you with an inspiring challenge. Talk to your parents or think quietly to yourself for a second. Is there an area in your life right now where you're letting someone else's speed make you feel bad? Maybe it's learning to ride a bike without training wheels, reading a thick chapter book, or doing your math homework. What would it look like to take a deep breath, hold up your shield of focus, and just decide to stop rushing? What masterpiece could you create if you simply gave yourself the time you truly need? Start running your own race today.
If you loved Maya's story today and learned a brand new superpower, please subscribe to StorySpark Studio. Don't forget to ring the bright little bell so you never miss a new magical Storybook Explainer. Share this with your friends who might need a reminder of how amazing they are, and drop a comment below telling me your absolute favorite part of today's adventure. Keep running your own race, everyone, and I'll see you next time.